Well, good morning, Lionhearts. He's back. Ja, everyone's missed you. Tell him, hey, I put out a video on my own channel. I've been around. Alright, we'll catch up with you in a few, Ja. Alright, hello everyone. We are back in Los Angeles and back from Dallas. Literally, yesterday we were at Dallas. Or at least on this channel we were. Since you probably noticed in a handful of those videos consecutively I was wearing the same shirt, you probably know that Breck and I filmed in some cases 2 or 3 videos a day, which is awesome because we didn't have to skip anything that we wanted to vlog, and when I came home, that gave me a few days off. So I'm refreshed and we're gonna go out vlogging again today in Los Angeles. We're gonna do a movie that I've loved forever, and I've actually never done really a vlog on this, and I've never actually been to this site, so don't worry. Ja's not looking depressed because he's been neglected. He's actually had nothing but my attention for like the last 5 days, so I think this is actually a vlog that we can take him to be a part of, and he won't necessarily overcook himself. It's not too hot out. It's a fun vlog, so Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. And what's up, guys? I noticed you had no ragers while we were gone. You kept the house in relatively safe order. How was everything? Did you miss us? Oh, cool. We missed you too. I know you're super excited, and I'm sorry to let you down, but I just started thinking about it. I looked, and the weather got a little bit hotter, and also I'm afraid... Are you listening to me? Hey, are you listening to me at all? I'm afraid the place I'm going to vlog may have a sign that say no dogs allowed on here, and I don't like that. So how about I go do that, and then I come, excuse me, hey, and then I come back and get you after that, and we'll go to the park together. How about that, okay? All right. Oh, that's awesome. My friend Earl plays the dad on there, the one with the mustache. He does the voice of that, Earl Skakel. Nice. Congrats on your billboard there, Earl. So we're taking about a 45 minute drive today to our vlogging location, but it'll be worth it. It's a classic, film classic. Well, I'm guessing by now you've guessed what our vlog is on today. The 1976 Walter Matthau classic, the original Bad News Bears. Yep, see, that's what I was afraid of. Well, the bummer of this is that everything has changed. You didn't have the 405 there at the time, and now there's a squadron of fields here that they use. It's pretty sad. This is, there's the visitor dugout, but they're just... Oh man, it just doesn't look the same at all. I mean, for one thing, we would have had Buttermaker, Boilermaker, Butterworth, whatever his name was, they call him everything. He would have originally pulled in. Somebody's actually gonna let me see where the old field was, but now this whole area has been redeveloped. You can see the Fox headquarters in the background. Now they've got 3 or 4 different fields out here. Now the movie itself is hilarious, but you could almost never, and they have remade it, but you could just never make it the same way, because some of the things that Boilermaker says to those kids and some of the things the kids say themselves, you couldn't even have kids say now. Alright, take a look at that. So I got guided out here, and they said that since the season's over, that's why everything's all locked up. But this is where the original field was. So right over here in this patch is where they would have had the team photos when Boilermaker's looking at all the teams lined up, and they're all like in perfect formation, and then his bunch of schlubs is standing over here, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's his team, that's what he's gonna deal with. So they've obviously kind of redone the fields. I mean, it was 1975 when they filmed this, and the original scoreboard, kind of why I said at the beginning of the vlog I haven't really vlogged this, is because I kind of have. When I went to the Valley Relics Museum, they have
Toby, David Stambaugh's collection of memorabilia, including the Bad News Bears sign and everything, on display there. So if you go look at my Valley Relics vlogs, you'll see some of the original costumes and props and things. Right out here in this corner is where that ball goes that Kelly Leak is on his motorcycle and throws it in. And Walter Matthau says that, catfish. And he gets chased off by that Lady Cleveland. So that would mean that this was the home dugout, or where the home dugout was. This is the one where they all decide after the first game that they're gonna quit, and Boilermaker listens to all their reasons and then tells them to go take the field. And they said, "Didn't you hear us? We said we quit." And he said, "My vote's the only one that counts around here. Get out of here, you bunch of pansy losers," or pansy quitters, and runs them off onto the field. That's also where we would have seen at the very end of the game when Amanda's hurt and Boilermaker starts acting like the other coach, taking it too serious, and he catches himself. So then we would have had, this is the home plate, of course, where they had all those practices with Engelberg behind the plate. And of course, like I mentioned, this would be right here where he, after that, on that first game, quits the forfeits the game because they're so far behind. So during batting practice, when he first starts coaching the team, we see a lot of shots right here where he and Engelberg are going back and forth about the, can't you put the chocolate away till after practice? My shrink says you're not doing me any favors, so why don't you just drop it? So that would have happened, you know, technically right here. Walter Matthau would have been hitting the ball to everyone out here. He would have dropped the bunt right there. One of my also one of my favorite parts is when he takes them all to go clean pools and is telling them all the stories and gets drunk, and then they come out here for practice and he's hammered on the pitching mound and falls over, and Tanner says, just leave him there, we'll practice around him. So even though it's changed a lot, I'm just telling you what would have happened where. So in the visitors dugout, this is the time that they all have to, they're told that they have to wear jock straps, and they all fight that one. This is also the side that they would have been in when Amanda makes her first appearance on the team and is pitching in that game. That's also the side that Roy Turner, played by Vic Morrow, who died in that insane accident on the set of the movie, the Twilight Zone movie. That's where he would have yelled at Joey and walked out to the mound and then like smacked him across the face for trying to hit Engelberg. And then when Joey pitches to the next batter, which is well, it's actually Engelberg lines one right back to him, and he holds it, and all the players come out here and tackle Joey and try and get the ball from him. They can't. And afterward, that's when he walks over to his dad and drops the ball right at his feet right there at the dugout and walks off with his mom. So then technically where all this is, past this warm-up area, you can see some cars are parked on the other side. That's where the parking lot that Boilermaker would have pulled in would have been. And so when he's first meeting the team and finding out what positions they want to play, they would have been on these bleachers over here at, you know, when it was the original field. And you would have seen basically that in the background of Boilermaker while he's saying what you want to play. So we actually have to leave the park now. But over on those bleachers over there, I didn't really get to show you. That's where Kelly would have gotten yelled at by Roy Turner and told to get on his bike and get out of here. So there's where the original field was, and where Ogleby and Engelberg would have jumped the fence. So we were given a limited amount of time to explore the field, but I'm grateful for it. So I'll take us around from the outside and try and show you what I couldn't show inside. And just so you know, that's what happens sometimes. When I went to Altamont, a lot of people complained, hey, you know, the students didn't perform on the racetrack itself. Yeah, but when I got there and the people that allowed me to go in, they said you have 10 minutes. And where the Stones performed, I wouldn't have even been able to walk out there in 10 minutes. But while they're performing, you see the racetrack in the background, so that's why I included it and focused on that to tell the story. So now we're gonna head back over here. It's actually this field over here. In the movie it's green, And not only do they get their concessions here, but this is also where Boilermaker has to pick up the uniforms and all, well, not the uniforms, but all the equipment. And he says, well, this stuff's pretty ratty. And she says, well, it's only, this league's only meant for 6 teams, not 7, so you have to take what you can get. And then it would have been on the other side that I'll take us over to. That's roughly where the picnic tables would have been in the movie as well. When Tanner and Lupus are sitting out there, Tanner's got his burrito and Joey comes over and starts messing with him, and Tanner goes up and shoves it in his face, and then they have that fight right there on the sidewalk. And then right over about here there would have been, I'd say it was probably right about there. It's where the trash can is that Tanner gets dumped into, has to work his way out of, and then Joey and his buddy walk off. So from over here you can see how different everything really is. That would have been the home team dugout. So it would have been right there on that top row of bench seating that Kelly Leak would have been sitting there, and Roy Turner would have came up and yelled at him. Well, since I'd never been out here, I didn't know what to expect. So I guess all the time that I spent taking photos so I could match up things off the field was pretty much useless. Which sometimes that happens, but I'll still pop some in here so you can get kind of a reference as to what it would have looked like. And since we're so close, why don't we go to the cemetery where our star is buried, visit him. Erwin Winkler. And here's Walter Matthau with his wife Carol. (1920 to 2000). Here they've even got a bench together. We only part to meet again. We will with thee go forever. Man, what a great actor, huh? Especially in this one. I mean, that's a movie that really, really, really heavily lies upon the strength of the main character and the main actor. And he carries it amazingly. Plays a drunk ex-baseball player that never really made it, but has a little bit of a local legend. In fact, when the movie starts, it kind of reminds me of A League of Their Own, how Jimmy Dugan gets the job. And beside himself, or despite himself, I guess you'd even say, he ends up growing to like these kids, because originally you can tell he's just doing it for the check. He even checks, when he gets the check in his hand the first time, he's like, hey, it's not signed, gotta sign that. Then when they're cleaning the pools and they've asked where he's at, he's like, I'm getting you little creeps your uniforms. And then at the end you can tell he really likes them. So great movie and a great actor. Now we're taking Ja to the park for a little while. It's the perfect apartment building designed to welcome you to a dog park. Okay, Hot Rod, you ready? Pretty quiet, lonely day out here at the park so far. There he goes, looking for trouble. Yeah, kind of dead out here right now. So John Wan is playing a gig at the Grandview Market, and I think I'm gonna go. He usually has, you know, bands before and after, and they're always pretty good. So I think we'll head out there after this and see what's going on. New friend over here. Nope, no water. Well, I just grabbed the mail, and Merch 5 had sent me my new shirt. Check that out. You got me and Breck, Road to Texas.
when we thought of this, I sent him a message and said, hey, I want to do like a Bob and Bing Road to Texas type, Road to Singapore, Road to Morocco type shirt. So there you go. Nice hat, Breck. Nice hat, Jaw.
I said I saw summer moon, platinum white against the blue, blue sky. Why do you rise at 6 a.m.? Why? I saw summer moon, now I know just what to do, yeah. La 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 la. The rabbit and the man on the moon, pimples and cracks so tall. Every shadow I saw it all. Yeah, I was stunned by his eyes, like a boy you crew at night. Blew my mind. Giant bone up in the sky. Don't need no lasso. I would never hold you down. Don't need no spaceship. Wouldn't want to hang around. I know I get to town.
Well, my friends, we're gonna call it a night. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Kind of a mind trip to see what happened to the Bad News Bearsfield. It's just almost unrecognizable, but state of the art now, so I guess Boilermaker be proud in a weird way, I guess. I don't know. Thank you, Tracy Harvey, Joy King, Amy Sinclair, Sarah Thomas, and Palace Meeks for becoming my newest Patreons. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.
General